It's my fault. I'm really weird. I'm really weird. Not because I don't think I'm weird because I do anything particularly weird. I'm just weird because I'm mixed race and my dad's white. For those of you that don't know, every mixed race person, their dad's always black. I don't know why that is though. White woman, why is that? What's attractive about black guys? Is it our ambition, our resilience, our culture? It's a weird time to be mixed race though. The two biggest rappers in the world have been beefing, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And Kendrick Lamar said to Drake that he can't say the N-word anymore because he's mixed race. And the whole internet agreed because there was this video of Drake back in the day saying the N-word but with a hard ER on the end and not the A, which is very controversial in the black community. And occasionally controversial in the white community. But when black people say it, it's always with the A, it can't be with the ER, always with the A, which is why, even if you're black and you say the N-word, you're still racist if you have a Bristolian accent. Some people pause before they laughed, which means all the white people said nigger in their head. Probably in different accents. I wonder how it sounds in Scottish. I could be racist too. It's alright, but I like Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I like music. I'm more of an old school guy though, not like too old school. I like the 2000s. Do you guys like 2000s music? Yeah. I think one of the most underrated artists of all time is John Legend. Not because of how great he is, but because he wrote American Boy by Estelle. Literally a song about how sexy he is. You remember the lyrics in it like, I just met this 5'7" guy who's just my type. No woman's ever said that. You might have happy hour at the bootlegger and then end up with a 5'7" guy, but no woman's like, that's my type. Put that in my bio. And then the next lyrics like, don't like his baggy jeans, well I'ma like what's underneath them. John Legend's going through some shit. John Legend's got a wife at home like, you wearing the baggy jeans again? You got no ass, no bunda, no nothing. So he's just in the studio writing like, yeah, she don't like my baggy jeans, but she loves his dick though. What'd you say? Nothing. He's funny, man. I'm one of them guys that always needs music playing in the house, either that or like a podcast. But I know straight guys are into really weird podcasts nowadays. They're into like this weird like red pill manosphere shit, where they get weirdly scientific for no reason. They're like, you're a man, you have exactly this many grams of testosterone in your body, you gotta act this way. I don't like that. I like hood manosphere podcasts, where there's no science, just passion. And they always got like a sidekick called like Big Trauma. And the guy's just there like, yo Traums, this is what I don't like about these men. All these men do is fucking complain. You need to go outside and get a Lamborghini and stop complaining. Everyone on Instagram's got a Lamborghini. Why don't you have a Lamborghini? You need to base all your life's expectations on rich people's Instagram and work 24/7 every year until you fucking get a Lambo. And if you work within a year and don't get a Lambo, kill yourself. This podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Within components of therapy, aren't we, Trumps? Therapy is good. And now just get some fucking therapy in it. Speaking of guys that need therapy, I've been thinking about Rebecca Joyners a lot recently.
Aww.
For those of you that don't know, Rebecca Joyners is that teacher in Manchester who got caught fucking two of her students. And like, and I remember like reading all these articles, and I never thought I'd say this, but I was reading all the articles and I was like, we pay our teachers too much. I never thought I'd say that. But she bought one of them a Gucci belt. Not from White Hawk Market, the video's her in the Gucci store buying them a Gucci belt.
What the fuck, bro?
And that's not even it. That's not even it. She got pregnant from one of them and she's keeping the baby. She's trying to be a single mum in a cost of living crisis and she's buying Gucci belts. I pay them too much, bro. Don't get me wrong, as a man who was touched up by an older woman when I was younger, or as I like to call myself, a fucking prodigy, I just think the double standards are crazy, innit? All the newspapers are calling her Bunda Becky. Like they're giving her a cute little nickname. Imagine if that was the other way around. And there was a man who got caught up fucking two of his students, got one of them pregnant, and the Guardian's just like, Big Dick Billy strikes again! Python Paul!
Don't be rude, I'm so sad, but I'm not, I'm the verge of
The double standards are crazy though, but we all got double standards as long as we can admit it, you know what I mean? I got double standards. Like, I've got this friend called Tish, right, and she's one of the smartest people I've ever met, like, and she's so cool. And she's always got, like, the latest technology. And I go around to her house and she's got, like, the Meta Quest headset, where you can, like, be an NFL quarterback, or you can, like, watch football as if you're on the sideline. And I remember thinking about this, and I was like, Tish is so cool. Like, Tish is so smart, like, and she uses all of her smarts to, like, show other people the latest stuff with technology. I'm so lucky to have Tish as a friend. Like, Tish is great. Now, if I had a male friend with that same headset, you know what I mean? Some of you are acting like you don't know what I mean, but you know what I mean. You're scared you're just gonna walk in on him one day, he's gonna be like... I was playing FIFA, I swear. So what's up though, man? I got one of them in my flats. Like, I got one of them headsets, but I got like the cheaper version. And even because of that, like, because I know how it looks, like, I feel like I have to explain myself every time. Like, every time someone comes into my flat, I'm like, and like, thank you so much for coming. Here's the spare room. Here's my bedroom. I won that in a raffle. Here's the main room. It's messed up though, man. It like ruins the feng shui of my flat. And I love my flat. When I first moved into my flat, the girl I was seeing at the time used to just get like jealous for no reason. And she wasn't a jealous girl. I don't know what happened with this flat. But she used to say some slick shit. She used to be like, guess what? I found a hairbrush in your spare room. I'm like, yeah. Key phrase being spare room. No guy fucks a girl in his spare room. No guy's like, yo, you know, be sexy. Fucking you in a single bed. You know what else is sexy? This room doubles as an office. Now let me move all these random clothes off the bed. When I moved in, I was talking to the old landlord, and he's quite an older gentleman, and he was complaining about having to move all the furniture and the TV and things like that. So I said, yo, can I just chuck you some extra money and then keep the furniture and the TV? He was like, yeah, cool. So I was like, boom. Then I plugged the Wi-Fi into the TV, and I found out that this used to be an Airbnb. And all the streaming services are still signed in. I got free Amazon Prime, I got free Disney. I'm sharing Netflix with some random old white lady. And every day, I get to see our algorithm turn more and more black. To the point where Netflix is suggesting shows to her that I haven't even seen. And she watches them. I'm just imagining this old white lady seeing more and more Denzel Washington every day, like, am I? I love it, man. I also got free Disney Plus. Can I ask the ladies a question? Do you think that old school Disney movies are good examples for young women? No? See, I used to think the same thing. Because all the women in the old Disney movies are like really dependent, and they're only happy when they like find a prince with loads of money. And I thought about it, and I was like, it's kind of fucked up for little boys. Thinking that you have to have money to find love. Which would be one thing, because at least money's somewhat attainable. But in Disney, you also have to be magic. You remember in Aladdin? He came through with the all gold everything. Swagged out. She didn't care. She was like, fuck you. He goes into the lobby, he's mad charming. She's like, fuck you. He goes to the bedroom, he's mad funny. She's like, fuck you, to the point where he's like, bitch, fuck you, jumps off a balcony. Comes back up in a magic carpet. All of a sudden, moisture. You remember Beauty and the Beast? Beast had all the money in the world. She didn't care. All of a sudden the cutlery starts skanking. Moisture. Little Mermaid. Moisture. So we grew up our whole lives as little boys with these Disney expectations, just to grow up and find out that guys that do magic get no pussy. Fucked up, man. I need to just watch more like more newer movies. Like I've seen the Bob Marley movie. Have any of you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what I preferred more than the movie was the actual like reviews. I found them really funny. Like The Guardian was just like, this is the type of movie that's needed in these days where progression's needed. I'm like, yeah, man. Nothing says progression like the most famous Jamaican story of all time, played by an all-British cast. But like, what I did like about the movie though, is that a lot of these biopics nowadays like try and focus on someone's whole life within 2 hours, and it doesn't work. So like, I liked how they focused on the end of his life, where there was a big civil war happening in Jamaica over the election, and he was throwing a concert back home because he believed that his art could bring peace to the nation. Now, the other day, so there's this Jamaican cricket club up my road, right? And I go to parties there and they're amazing. Like, they have the best food, it's always such a family atmosphere, everyone's always having a great time. And I heard they did comedy nights there and it's like really good, and they book like really good comedians from London there. And then I get a call from the promoter one day and he's like, do you want to do some comedy at the cricket club? And I'm like, yes, fuck yeah, man, I was waiting for that call. And then I go there and it's completely packed out and there's like 2 police officers in the front, and I'm like, that's weird, but anyway, the police can enjoy comedy, whatever. The promoter takes me outside and he goes, yo, you know what this is? And I was just like, yeah, man, comedy, you need me to do 10, 20 minutes, what's going on? He's like, yeah, it's actually an anti-knife crime talk. And I was like, so why am I here? He was just like, yeah, he just like, you know, after they all speak, they just want someone, they want a comedian to like lighten the mood. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me about it before? He was like, well, if I told you about it, would you have come? No, but that's not the point. I haven't prepared anything. Like, what am I meant to do? He was like, it's fine, just do your normal jokes, but, you know, make a couple of knife crime references. I said, I'll take a stab at it. But the point is, everyone spoke, and then the head of police in our area came on stage and told horrific knife crime stories from the last year. And I had to follow her with dick jokes. For peace. What I'm trying to say is I'm the Bob Marley of comedy and you guys have been great.